This is your life as every World War II German army rank. From the trenches of the East to the bunkers of Berlin. Level 1, the Grenadier. You're 19. If you joined the Waffen-SS, you weren't a Grenadier, but a Schütze. The standards were higher, the training longer, and the indoctrination absolute. 3 months ago, you were working in a factory in Stuttgart. Now you're standing in a trench somewhere in Belarus. With a Kar 98K rifle, 60 rounds of ammunition, and a mass-produced uniform that's already falling apart. You make 30 Reichsmarks a month. That's less than a factory worker back home. But you get free food, free lodging, and free bullets. The Reich provides. Your squad has 10 men. You know 3 of their names. The Unteroffizier doesn't care if you learn the others. Half of them will be dead or wounded within 6 months anyway. In the SS, the winter was just as cold, but the orders were more brutal. You were expected to be the fire brigade of the front, always where the fighting was hardest. Your job is simple. Follow orders. Carry your rifle. Don't freeze to death. The thermometer reads -36 Celsius. Your boots are too tight for extra socks. When they get wet, they freeze solid. You stuff newspapers into your jacket for insulation. You watch a man in your platoon lose 3 toes to frostbite. He screams when the medic cuts them off with no anesthesia, no soap. You survived the winter. That makes you lucky. Level 2, the Gefreiter, you're 20 now. 1 year of combat. You've been promoted to Gefreiter or Lance Corporal. Your pay goes up by 3 Reichsmarks. You're making 33 marks a month to get shot at. You're no longer the new guy. You know how the system works. You know which officers will get you killed and which ones might keep you alive. You know which officers will get you killed and which ones might keep you alive. You know to sleep with your rifle inside your coat so the bolt doesn't freeze. The new replacements look at you like you know something. You do. You know that 80% of German military deaths happen on this front. You know that every friend you make is temporary. The captain is running out of words. As an SS Scharführer, your authority didn't just come from your rank, but from your perceived loyalty to the movement. Your squad followed you into the abyss. You keep your head down. You don't ask questions about what happens to the Soviet prisoners. You survive another year. Level 3, the Unteroffizier. You're 21. You're now a squad leader. 10 men depend on your decisions. The Wehrmacht trains NCOs to think. Auftragstaktik, mission-type tactics. They tell you what to accomplish, not how to do it. Think for yourself. Worse nutrition back home, less training. 8 weeks instead of 16, they don't know how to dig. In a war that's already consumed over 1 million Germans, the new conscripts are weaker. Worse nutrition back home, less training. 8 weeks instead of 16, they don't know how to dig. You teach them to dig a foxhole. You teach them to check their weapons for ice. Half die anyway. You write letters for the men who can't write. You divide rations when there aren't enough. You decide who goes on the dangerous patrols and who stays back. It's life or death. You execute your first deserter behind a barn in Ukraine. The gendarmerie hands you the pistol. You don't hesitate. The Reich shot 15,000 of its own. Hesitation makes you one of them. You survive. Level 4, the Feldwebel. You're 23. You're a platoon sergeant, responsible for 50 men. You're the backbone of the German infantry. Officers are dying too fast. In the Wehrmacht, 2 out of 3 platoons are led by NCOs like you. Not enough officers. You run everything. Training, discipline, tactics, all of it on your shoulders. The men call you die spies behind your back, the mother hen. You handle pay and rations. When they die, you collect their sold book and their half of the dog tag, every time. The lieutenant next to you is 19. He's been an officer for 6 weeks. He looks to you for guidance. He dies at Kursk, shrapnel to the throat. You write the letter to his mother. You declining training. Level 5, the lieutenant. They made you an officer anyway. The front consumes you. The Eastern Front consumes lieutenants like ammunition. No more university standards. By 1943, they just need attitude and a willingness to die. You lead a company now. You're responsible for 180 men. Most are younger than you. They watch to see if you get them killed. You learn to read maps, coordinate with artillery. You learn to write reports of disasters. You learn to make disasters sound like tactical withdrawals the secret officers don't discuss. Every officer position has been replaced an average of 9.2 times by 1944. You're a placeholder. You swore an oath to Hitler personally. That oath keeps you fighting even in retreat. Level 6, the Hauptmann. You're 26. You command a company of 180 men, highest rank they know. You share their rations. You sleep in the same mud. The Wehrmacht does this for loyalty. You write letters to families, dozens of them. You run out of ways to say they died bravely. Your company has been replaced 3 times over. Same number, different faces, names are forgotten. You die together. Your company has been replaced 3 times over. You've seen 4 million deaths. You're transferred west. Level 7, the Major. You're 28. You command a battalion. June 6, 1944. The Allies land in Normandy. Your division loses 28 generals in the first month. Killed, wounded, captured, Rommel is hit. By August, your battalion is combat ineffective. More than half are casualties. Kids arrive. By August, your battalion is combat ineffective. More than half are casualties. Kids arrive. You receive orders that make no tactical sense. You follow them anyway. Questioning is death. You hear about the assassination attempt in July, Stauffenberg's bomb, 5,000 executed, silence. The Wehrmacht replaces the military salute with the Hitler salute. You keep your hand raised. Level 8, the General Major. You command a division, 12,000 on paper, half in reality. Hitler has been personally commanding since 1941. He fired 35 division commanders. Cyanide is a choice. As an SS Gruppenführer, you commanded divisions of fanatics. By 1945, your division was a shadow of its former self, filled with volunteers from across Europe who had nowhere else to go. Everyone knows the war is lost, saying it is defeatism. Defeatism is death. Keep signing orders. Level 9, the POW, May 8, 1945, surrender, 5.3 million dead, 10,000 per day by the end. The oath you swore dies with him in a bunker. The uniform comes off. The war ends, but not for you. The Soviets hold 3 million German prisoners. You are one of them. The long road home begins. The last ones don't come home until 1956, 11 years after it ended. You were just a grenadier. The ranks are gone. The oaths are dust. This was your life in the German army.